بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وآله وصحبه ومن اهتدى بهداه. Anas bin Malik, may Allah be pleased with him, says, the Prophet of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam was a medium height, neither tall nor short. He was of a handsome physique. What does a handsome physique means? Mean that he was symmetrically balanced. So he wasn't fat and he was not skinny. He was not bulky. He was not a little man. Actually, he was the perfect stature and posture of an individual. So he was of handsome physique, and his hair was neither crispy curled nor smooth brown of color. When he walked, he used to stride confidently. So we spoke about his hair, alayhi salatu wassalam, and we spoke about his physique, and we did not speak about his complexion. It says brown of color. The previous hadith, you said he was neither white, pale white, nor dark. So now he is brown of color. What does this mean? The word used in Arabic is asmar. And asmar in the Arabic language, the original, authentic, standard, classical Arabic language, means someone white with a redness or a blush in his tone. And there is no difference of opinion among all scholars of Islam and the companions that the Prophet was white. But was he dark? The answer is no. What about this brownish color, or the word used asmar? This is related to some tan which the Prophet had caught from being exposed to the sun, to traveling, going out, and to the wind, etc. But he was white without any dispute in that. What about the issue of that he used to walk and stride confidently? The word is yatakaffa, meaning as if he's falling from or descending from a hill. When someone descends from a hill, he looks as if he's going downwards like this. So the Prophet naturally, when he walked with his companions, he used to stride confidently in a fast pace. And this is how he used to walk. This is how he used to roll. Not in a very slow motion as if he's dying, and not like a wild camel. You see people walking in very wild motions and looking right and left. You could tell that this is out of dignity, is not befitting. Rather, he was agile, he was fit, and whenever he walked, this is his natural walk, without breaking breath, without having any difficulty, while everyone among the companions were striving to catch up with the Prophet ﷺ. But this is his nature. So this is the way he walked, which showed us how healthy and fit he was, sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam. Now, when we go to the third hadith, the Prophet, as described by Al-Bara ibn Azib, may Allah be pleased with him and with his father, he said that the Prophet of Allah alayhi salatu wasalam was neither curly nor lank hair, of medium height, broad, with hair that reaches the loops of his ears, wearing a red suit of clothes. I've never seen anything more beautiful than him. Now, the Prophet ﷺ was average in height. Some narrations say that he always looked average in height, but when he was accompanying tall people, he looked tall. And he accompanied short people, he even looked tall. So he's always ﷺ in proportion. Now, he had broad shoulders, and this is a description of a strong man. Not necessarily bulky or fat, no, but his bones were heavy and big. And he had hair that, as we will come and explain later in the chapter that describes his hair, that was in between his earlobes and his shoulder. So his hair reached in the middle, not all the way to his shoulders and not only to his earlobes, but rather below that. And Al-Bara says, I saw him wearing a red suit, hulla. Al-hulla is made of two pieces. So a jacket and a waist wrapper of two pieces. Now, red is a description of the majority of the color, not pure red, because there are hadiths where the Prophet ﷺ prohibited the Muslims from wearing pure red. So this, what I'm wearing, if someone were to describe it, would say it's red, but it's not. It's white and red, evenly balanced. But because white is a dominating color that is the weakest of them all, because it takes anything, so the dominating color all in all is the red. Yet we are permitted to wear this because it's half red and half white. There's no problem with that. If it were totally red, no stripes, no other colors associated with it, that would be totally prohibited, as the most authentic opinion of scholars. This is all the time we have. Until we meet next time, I leave you fi amanillahi wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.